moment is Pain Gaming spot, because currently like they are 100 points already, and I don't think they will be short of 30 by the remaining 4 matches, so there's still a lot more that they can do. So hopefully they will be able to chase that number.
All right, we are getting ready for our next matchup, folks. But before that, though, we do have our SMB head-to-head with Gideon. Let's head on to the...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the SMB head-to-head here. And out over on that side, we have the teams rallying for each other, but we have to do our jobs. Right now, I am glazing DRG. They're doing incredible. It is halfway, or almost halfway through day number 1 right now. And
ruining the whole way to Riyadh. Can we give it up for them? They flew all coming from Bangladesh. Give the slows. It's map number 3. We're gonna catch you right after this.
Map numero 3. It's time to head into map number 3. Here we go. Dragons Esports, Red Hawks fans flew. Could be the breaking point, especially for the Red Hawks. But just now we saw a scary side, AJ. We saw that Hotshot is already down in 11th spot. Dragon Esports, they have a hell of a good chance of making it if their run continues in this manner.
I honestly thought you were going to say Tash Bunny, but okay. Danger zone for sure. And obviously, we have to say goodbye to one squad, Alpha 34. Push down lower and lower. Pakistan can't do anything about that as well. Out of Group B, not a single booyah on their side. 87 points. The bar to exceed is pretty low. But the question still remains, can the teams actually oust Fluxo from their number 6 spot without it up there?
Yeah, they do 2 positions away to make it into top 12. And all they gotta do from that point onwards is to maintain it.
Yeah, I mean, Red Hawks obviously need to hustle quite a little bit before they can stand a good chance to sneak into the top 12. And we do have 4 more games on standby here. There's a lot that could happen. We just saw a miracle in front of a massive... The safe plays are not going to cut it anymore. They are on the chopping block. If they don't go crazy, if they don't get aggressive looking for these important points, they are not going to stand a chance. Playing safe and just sneaking for Red Hawks anymore. That of those opportunities have been let go of. Did you ever imagine a day?
Not. I think Virtus Pro, they really need to buck up, right? They got 4 more rounds. There's still opportunities, but cannot make any more mistakes from this point onwards. But before we jump into Kalahari for map number 3, we actually talked to Pain Gaming, so let's listen to what they have to say.
Hi everyone, it's Yunso and welcome to my interview with the Pain Gaming. So into our first questions, how do you guys feel after taking a rest from the game and today coming with the group A and Group C with very top performance teams? Then how do you feel right now?
Como vocês se sentem depois de ter esse dia de folga e agora jogar novamente como...
Bem tranquilo, porque a gente já jogou o primeiro dia já. A gente já tem uma noção do que fazer no terceiro dia, porque é muito bom jogar o último dia para sempre ter uma vantagem de pontos.
He said that they are confident and they are okay with that, and playing the third day, the last day, teams and everything, so they are fine with that.
Good, that is a great... How do you feel about losses? Yesterday, loss was very high.
Ela perguntou como vocês se sentem agora com a luz, né, que foi muito bem ontem e tudo mais, como tá para vocês esse sentimento?
Bom, é sempre... E querendo ou não... E tem essa disputa saudável com eles, né? Tentar passar eles hoje.
He said that for us, with the Brazilian teams going well, we are so happy for them. But we want to be the best team on Brazil and win the championship. So they are happy for them, but we'll beat them today.
I understand. So last questions to end our story here. What are you guys expecting the most for today's games?
O que vocês esperam de hoje, dos jogos de hoje e tudo mais?
A gente espera um jogo mais agressivo, um jogo também que a gente está visando tirar algumas equipes para a final. E é isso, é um jogo mais agressivo que a gente precisa buscar fazer pelo menos aqueles 30 pontos. Tá um jogo mais calmo para nossa equipe e algumas equipes precisam pontuar, principalmente a equipe da Ásia.
And our coach says that we need to be more aggressive today, and we need to make at least 30 points. So we are looking for this aggressive game today, and we know that some teams need to make some points too, and we are here to beat them.
All right, I think it's enough for today. And of course, today's game is going to be the last day of a knockout stage. So everything is going to be very intense because we only have 12 slots to go into the finals. Let's keep support for our team. Of course, support the best Brazilian fans, support for all today. Fighting!
12 in the bag. That should be good.
Yeah, I like how the coach was managing. Yeah, come on, you can get 30 points in one. In the community tournaments, right after the FFWS Brazil in the earlier season, they actually took out teams like LOS and Fluxo.
Oh yeah.
So there is a storyline right now that we are getting closer to its conclusion, where there's a universe. We make it to Point Rush. If Fluxo doesn't make it, it means that the other two teams that have bested them and put them second will be there. Pain and Loss. Can you believe it?
I most definitely can believe it. Anything is possible here on the world stage. Anything is possible at the Esports World Cup. And here you go. The teams in danger, 6 of them. Redhawks, one of them. They need a miracle for sure. Vision System just showed us what sort of a miracle they are capable of. And obviously, we want to see a little bit more from the Chilean squad. AGAL, though, at Foundation. And very early gunshots here. Not so sure exactly who's aiming for their heads, but they should be pretty safe. I believe we saw a player from the side of RRQ quickly sneak away from Foundation. Very sneaky from RRQ, trying to take over 2 compounds at the same time.
Yeah, it was Abai. He fired a couple. Likes the most, which is Refinery, and that has always been the headquarters of RRQ. Goes actually out in the open, finds an airdrop. Bit of a lady luck to say, fortune smiles upon the bold. Pain Gaming so far have.
Circle should give us a rough. Will go Circle 1. Moving down south. That.
I felt like Redhawk made the wrong read. I guess Command Post is an Onyx place to be at. They made the rotation straight in. And now Onyx are going to chase down as much Redhawk members as they can. Kutush will be the first point of contact. Ducks the way to the sub. There is a chance for them to lead Onyx into Pain Gaming, but if you are Redhawks, you cannot be in a position where you are just running for your lives. In this case, they don't really have a choice. Kutush puts up the glue wall, but it's only a matter of time before Noki blasts through that, and Kutush will just have to fight for his life. Doesn't have the health bar to do so. 3 points for Onyx.
I had the right gun, just did not have the right timing there. That plasma gun had enough bullets in the mag to continue spraying on for days. It just didn't help the fact that the walls, glue wall melters are very useful, but the assault rifles will bring them down in no time as well.
Zyro actually making a rotation. Are you? So that's going to be some information given over to the team. Instant revive for opts to drop back to command post, even using the Dinoculus. As we turn Pain Gaming as Movistar R7 takes on Falcons.
Great recovery here for Redhawks. The double revival will still keep them in play. R7, no Riptide Rhythm's gonna block him. The Chrono popped instantaneously. Doesn't take any damage whatsoever on Peter with the aggression on fire though. Misses by a single second. Circles around, finds another window, calls for backup in Kororo as well. Electrotherapy on play, but it's not enough. On fire though. 90, and the pickup is not too troublesome at all. Falcons making...
Really did. Joker was able to run away to confinement. There is a vending machine there. They should have the coins to get a revive going. AGAL not doing that well. Cypher and Barros removed from the equation as lost now. Towards that lane, actually a bit of a ricochet. Dew able to jump away. Can they pluck him out of the skies? Dew is going to land, but General and Haone is on the case. Trying to go for a swim. That first one is going to miss. Shooting fish in the barrel. Dew makes it to dry land, but Los continues the pursuit.
Good double glue wall, and Dew sends the response. He's got the M82B. Riptide Rhythm breaks down the defense. It's Hanaral. One more shot required, and Dew missing the final opportunity. Haone stepping on out. Dew taking on two players at the same time, but not enough glue walls to keep him safe for long. Dew finally is sacrificed, but bought the squad enough time so the rest of them could get away.
Saved by a tree, General. Ducking behind nature to keep himself in the running. Dew going down puts AGAL at once more another precarious position. Sure, the revives come true, but they've lost big weaponry. Vision System, the second place finisher in the previous round, now finds themselves head-to-head with Dragons Esports, the two teams that both Gideon and Tash mentioned earlier on in the head-to-head.
Dragons not too far away from the top 12, but once again, the teams that they're going up, groups A and C,
that Hotshot is guaranteed to not qualify.
Oh yeah.
Because they are the next on the list, they're next on the chopping block.
I think it's pretty much guaranteed already. Hotshots are not going to be making a 2-point rush. They're just way too close to the bottom of the leaderboard, and the rest of the teams don't really need all that too much. For example, Dragons, they only need about 20 points to catch up.
Yeah, 20 points.
That's not a lot. I mean, Dragons in the previous game, massive stuff. Getting to that final circle, 6 eliminations, it's going to be more than good enough for them. They just... I'm hoping EMEA gets a shot here at Point Rush. Doesn't matter what they pull away from the Grand Finals. Seeing them there at Point Rush and Grand Finals itself is going to be absolutely fantastic.
And it gives them a chance to win the whole thing with the Champion Rush format too. We've seen that happen firsthand with Onyx.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away from Onyx, they definitely are doing slightly better than they did in their first day of match. But I think it's also fair to say that if Dragons make it through, this is going to be the first time in a grand final setting we have someone from a less mentioned region.
Yeah.
That would be historical.
Absolutely. I mean, they are pretty much the favorites at this point of time for many of them in Saudi Arabia. Can you imagine after this competition, Dragons Esports finds themselves a little bit of a bigger sponsor, maybe one that has got a hub here at the Boulevard itself.
We've seen Twisted Minds pick up the roster of the current Virtus Pro last year, right? Not the greatest run, but it is a possibility.
Falcons may be taken already by this squad that we see in front of us, but Twisted Minds still waiting for a team to be worthy so they can pick one up. But Kings King walking away. Movistar R7 in a lot of trouble. Limit out to the M590 just to dodge it. Why?
So much commitment from the side of Movistar R7. You can't blame them. They needed to stay in the round, and they is going to carry on the legacy of R7 in this nations and counting and confinement. Plenty of time to loot things up. The blue is closing in, but it doesn't really affect Falcons too much just yet.
Limit is super rich at this point of time. 2,900 coins in his pocket. Falcons are coin rich in case anything does go south for the squad. Finding a recovery isn't going to be that big of a problem, but finding a recovery on a map like Kalahari late game is going to be a massive issue for sure. So Falcons need to stop flirting around outside the safe zone and make it into the circle. But when they get to Bayfront, they should bump into R7 once again. RRQ, on the other hand, sneaking around, just making good use of the lower ground. And this is a smart play from RRQ. They're anticipating for the circle to land somewhere around here, and the final circle to get to the spot where RRQ is at, the probability is extremely high.
And I do wonder what is going to be RRQ's next move, right? We saw a couple of Dinoculars. RRQ got scanned out, Red Hawks got scanned out, and now a third one on the map that we're seeing. Dragons Esports also got spotted out. Onyx just flew in. AGAL, though, will be the ones that we're focusing on. It's Pain Gaming against them, and sadly, Barros didn't really get a chance to fight back. Due just be a past memory. Pain Gaming finding 2 easy pickoffs, and AGAL, I feel like we've seen this storyline before. He picks himself back up, but Dew pushes out the portal, tries to go for the buffer, couldn't make it through in time. He really tried, but he just could not escape Motovia.
Yeah, no glue wall there to make a barrage. Had the horizon line in hand. We were about one of the best snipers in the past, just hasn't been hitting those sharp shots recently.
And that will free up the path for rotation for Pain. They are pretty deep out into the circle. I feel like I could say it could be from Pain, because that's the most direct path into the circle. If you try to circle, it's going to take too long with the siren blaring.
Raoni surely on the move, looking for Russia's #1 spot. There on the battlefield. Then from up top, beautiful knock onto Joker. That's not going to be enough to stop the pace of the squad for the time being.
12 minutes in, and we still have 11 full squad. And to fight,
thanks to the hook gun, which is pretty much cheap and available for everyone. Moshi not allowing that. Exposi Virtus Pro, back away, Buriram says.
How experienced BRU players are. That decision to take fire was so quick and decisive. And Moshi, they're gonna
come across. Get High desperately hanging on. Has got the M79. Needs another grenade to wreck the chances of Peter here.
Yeah, Jonah is gonna try and help, but Get High has already been knocked down by Noda. And BRU once more collapsing in the hands of Pain Gaming, as they pay the price of 2 members, but at least they're still in it to win it.
Unbelievable stuff. Buriram in the 9th spot. That's a high probability they for themselves. If
Dragons Esports
again, the team from groups A and one squad that can't do much about their position. Hot Shots is bought here as well, and that is most definitely going to take a massive.
Not qualified.
Oh yeah.
Because they are the next.
Guaranteed already. Hot Shots close to the bottom of the leaderboard. For example, there's not a lot for them. They just need to do that, and they've got 4 chances to do so. At Point Rush, doesn't matter.
Someone from a less mentioned region.
Yeah,
that would be historical.
So maybe one that has got a hub here at the Boulevard itself.
We've seen Twisted Minds pick up the roster of 30.
Falcons may be taken already.